Hello everyone, Namaste, Sat Sri Akal. My name is Rashmi and today I'm hosting a virtual Q&A session with Trent University. हमारे साथ आज खुरम है from Trent University. खुरम, can you please give a brief introduction about you and Trent?
Sure, awesome. Thanks for that, Rashmi. Hi, everyone. Good evening. My name is Khurram, and I am the International Recruitment Officer for Trent University. We are based out of Ontario, two campuses primarily. एक campus हमारा Peterborough में है, and जो दूसरा campus है वो Oshawa, Durham GTA में है, which is 40 minutes. आप कह सकते हैं पौन घंटा डाउनटाउन टोरंटो से, और जो पीटरबरो वाला कैंपस है, विच इज़ द बिगर कैंपस, 1500 acre in size, वो करीबन 1.5 घंटा है डाउनटाउन टोरंटो से. So, having said that, we are the number one undergraduate university in Ontario for the last 11 years. So, पिछले साल तक हम 10 साल से consecutive number one position पे थे, but unfortunately हमने competition फिर से beat कर दिया. And sad for others, but we are number one again for the last 11 years. We are also number one when it comes to scholarships and bursaries, besides a lot of number ones that we can talk about, like academic advising, extracurricular activities, producing leaders of tomorrow, research quality, top programs, and a lot more. So more than 100 programs that we can talk about, primarily humanities and sciences में, and thought about business programs भी, undergraduate category, postgraduate certificates, and a couple of masters as well. So that's more or less what I would like to know in a nutshell. The scholarships are huge, which a lot of students would want to talk about. And one important point, one of the few institutions in Ontario जहाँ पे maths is not a mandatory requirement for a BBA program. So that is one good exception. The other is that if you're from a CBSE curriculum, then आपको IELTS देने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, provided आपके 12th में English में scores अच्छे हों. So those two
So,
important things.
sorry to cut. खुरम, मुझे बस ये पूछना था कि इंग्लिश में कितने तक scores चाहिए so that they can apply for the waiver at Trent.
So anything above a 70, 75 would
Okay.
exempt them from the, but this is only for admissions, Rakhi, so I have to be
Right,
very
right.
about it. Sorry, we don't do visas, तो visas के लिए आप please ये कंसिडर ना करें. आई थिंक इन ऑल प्रोबेबिलिटी आपको वीज़ा के लिए ज़रूरत
आईएलटीएस देना
पड़ेगी
ही पड़ेगा
IELTS,
या फिर कोई और
but
लैंग्वेज टेस्ट.
that is a decision you can take yourself later. But for admissions, if you're from CBSE or you're from British curriculum or international baccalaureate or American Pattern Education, if your scores are good in that in English, then you're exempted from IELTS.
Oh, that's great. So, guys, as you can learn from here, ki you can directly apply to Trent University if you have scored more than 77 in English, specifically in English subject, uh, 12th में या फिर in 12th. So you can apply directly to Trent University, but for the visas, आपको IELTS देना ही पड़ेगा या फिर कोई English proficiency exam, because IELTS में there is no waiver. So moving ahead, Khurram, I would like to ask if there are any popular programs among students from India and Pakistan specifically.
Hmm. Computer science is on the top, as usual, and computer science with co-op is very, you can say in demand. So very limited seats because हमारे 3 tie-ups हैं, Shopify, TD Bank, and Canadian Border Services के साथ co-op opportunities के लिए. So business programs again is another one. Psychology is also there. Another upcoming which is high in demand is forensic sciences. क्योंकि Trent is number one for forensic sciences program in the entire Canada. We also have a tie with the local police department. So that's another upcoming program. Besides law, sociology, one very interesting program is international development studies, wherein students get a chance for placement opportunity. Africa में जाके या Ghana में जाके they do a 4-month placement. So that's another popular program among students.
So is that also applicable for Indian nationalities and other South Asian nationalities?
Absolutely. All programs that I'm talking about are open to international students, regardless of the nationalities.
Wow, that's great. And are there any scholarships or bursaries being offered for the upcoming intakes?
So fall intake is where the majority of our scholarships fall. Uh, you're looking at a total scholarship of 108,000 Canadian dollars for the entire duration of your program for 4 years. So that's anywhere between 2,000 to 27,000 Canadian dollars per year. Those are the Trent International Scholarships and Awards. And अगर आप अपनी grades maintain कर सकते हैं और आपका जीपीए गिरे नहीं और आप कम्युनिटी सर्विस में थोड़ा सा इन्वॉल्व रहें, कॉलेज की कुछ हाउसेस में पार्टिसिपेट करें, then in that case you can renew it for the consecutive years. So that can go a total of 108,000 for the entire duration of the program. But ये सिर्फ fall के लिए and इसकी deadline February 15th होती है, जो कि बहुत
Okay, which
close
is
है.
very
So
close. Yeah.
yeah, so very close on that. I was checking the calendar. And otherwise, there are entrance scholarships, जो regardless of intake students को मिलती हैं, and that's anywhere between 1,000 to 3,000 Canadian dollars. They are based on your grades in your final year at school. So let's say a student with an 80 to 84% would get $1,000, 85 to 89 is 1,500, 90 to 94 is 2,500, and 95 plus is 3,000. ये आपको regardless of intakes मिलेंगी ही मिलेंगी.
So is that for a 1 year or the on
One
entire
time,
tuition fee? Okay, that
just
great.
one time.
Okay. So एज पर माई अंडरस्टैंडिंग आई गेस कि वहाँ पे अगर एक बार स्टूडेंट आ जाता है बेस्ड ऑन एंट्रेंस स्कॉलरशिप, उसको स्कॉलरशिप मिल गई है एंड once the student is on shore Canada में, so he or she might be eligible if they maintain the specific GPA
Yeah, so for
यहाँ.
entrance scholarships, you don't have to do anything because they are based on your 12th grade. So, and that is one time, and that's why it's called entrance. So, when you're enrolling for admissions and you get an admission and you have those grades, they are going to automatically add it to your account. Now, when it comes to international scholarships and awards, the only time you can ever apply to them is at the time of application as a fresh student. And
Right.
once you win it, and whatever amount you win can be successfully renewed for the duration of the program. But if you miss the bus first time and you try going for second year, you will not get those scholarships. You can apply for other in-course scholarships, but not the international scholarships and awards.
राइट. सो गाइज एज यू कैन सी कि यहाँ पे जो स्कॉलरशिप्स हैं आपको एंट्रेंस पे भी मिल रही है डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर परसेंटेज, जो भी आपके ट्वेल्थ में रहे हैं ग्रेड्स या फिर बैचलर में रहे हैं फॉर दी सर्टिफिकेट प्रोग्राम्स. सो इन दैट केस एंट्रेंस स्कॉलरशिप इज देयर, बट एक बार जब आप कनाडा आ जाते हैं यहाँ पे भी देयर वुड बी स्कॉलरशिप्स डिपेंडिंग ऑन हाउ यू आर मेंटेनिंग योर GPA एज पर द यूनिवर्सिटी रिक्वायरमेंट. So, how many years of gap does the university accept, Kuram?
No
So
issues
does
with gap, not at all, because we
okay.
accept a lot of mature students as well. So, not a problem as long as it's a meaningful or justified gap, then it's okay.
So that is applicable for all the programs, right? The
All the
certificate
undergraduate programs and
under
postgraduate
okay,
certificates.
okay, that's great. That's great. So the last question: what's the minimum IELTS requirement for UG and the PG certificate?
Yeah, so that's 6.5 with no band less than 6.
Is that for like PG certificate or
Both
for
for
both?
undergraduate
Okay.
programs, for postgraduate certificates, and for masters as well. It is 6.5 with no band less than 6.
Okay, so that's same. All right, awesome. Is there anything, Khurram, that you would like to mention about the Trent University?
Well, I did tell you a lot of things. I can add a couple of things. We are one of the most cost-effective education providers in Ontario. You don't have to take my word. You can go and check it against other institutions if you have to. But you also have to benchmark it against the kind of facilities that you've been offered and the kind of standard of education that you're getting and the location you're going in. Now, Peterborough is has its own culture. Is a very different sitting in itself. And besides the fact that it enjoys the lowest unemployment rate uh, in Canada, one of the cities, and the fact that it's the most Instagrammable campus as well. Uh, there's a very different feeling. जो पीटरबरो का environment है, it is a city, of course. So वो डाउनटाउन टोरंटो की तरह इतना इफ्यूजिव विद एनर्जी भी नहीं है कि आपको वो इंटॉक्सिकेटिंग लगे, एट द सेम टाइम वो एक ऐसा सबर्ब भी नहीं है. So it is a city in itself, and it's also very safe, to add to that. So your part-time opportunities are also the same. Your more or less you enjoy the same hourly rate as Ontario people do, because you're still in the
Right.
province of Ontario. And if you have to be connected to downtown Toronto, तो आपको 5 टाइम गो buses मिलती हैं. पीटरबरो से आप वहाँ जा सकते हैं. कैंपस बहुत बड़ा है. अबाउट 100 नेचुरल हाइकिंग पार्क्स एंड ट्रेल्स हैं वहाँ पे. सो अगर आप नेचर लवर हैं तो आई वुड ऑलवेज रिकमेंड एक बार आप पीटरबरो कैंपस ज़रूर जाएँ. और अगर आपको डाउनटाउन टोरंटो के आसपास रहना है, आपको सिटी लाइफ एंजॉय करनी है, देन यू कैन गो टू द अदर कैंपस. सो माय ओनली सजेशन इज़ दैट besides being the number one undergraduate university in Ontario, there are a lot of decisions that students have to take into account before they narrow down on a university. Somebody might not want to go to Ontario at all. So my suggestion to students is to work out a budget that you think is feasible for you. And I mean, I know a lot of students would want to go to big universities or amazing number one universities, but you have to do the math yourself and you have to weigh your pros and cons. And that is why I said that we are one of the most cost effective education providers of top quality.
Right. Right. So, Khurram, we will wait for students कि अगर कुछ भी questions है, so they can put it in comment section. We will wait for 5 minutes, then we can wrap up the session. Uh, in between, I would like to mention कि students कुछ भी for the Trent University, the admission is open. Scholarship की deadline है, that is till 15th of February. अगर apply करना है, please reach out to Brampton Immigration Consultancy. Our counselors will guide you from right from the admission process to the visa applications. We also have onshore offices in Ontario. We have 4 offices in Ontario, so we can help you getting admissions and your visa done. So do let us know in the comment section if you have any questions pertaining to Trent University and the courses. We have representative here, and we can guide you with that.
Hmm.
I still don't see any comments.
Yeah,
We'll wait for a minute or so, and then
no
we can wrap up
problems.
the session. Yeah.
No worries.
So, guys, again, if you have any questions, please put it in a comment section. We will answer all your questions, and we can help you with the requirements and every doubt that you have. So no comments so far. Khurram, I think we should wrap up this session. Thank you so much for the information and joining our live stream. Thank you so much again. Thank you, everyone. So I'm wrapping up the session.
Sure. Thank you.
Bye. Bye
Bye bye.
bye.